Hello to what I believe to be the final video full of freaking side quests before we continue on with the main storyline. Theoretically. Anyway, we're going to talk with Ophelia. Before we actually continue with this quest though, I would like to point out that for the last quest we got a set reward. However, if you agree with Roberto, I think is what his name is, I've actually forgotten. If you agree with Roberto at least once, you'll get 4 additional people recruitable, plus some other rewards and some bollocks and a thingy. And if you agree with him every time, you'll get 20,000 gold instead of 7,000, as well as the rest of the reward that you would get prior to that as well. So if you don't want to do at Hatred's End, or you have no interest in doing at Hatred's End, just go ahead and agree with Roberto. Doesn't really matter all that much. But in order to get this quest, you have to agree with Ophelia each and every time, so we miss out on a little bit of reward from a prior quest. Basically, to do this quest and get a reward that is, for all intents and purposes, completely and utterly worthless. Hooray! Especially since this quest is no longer required for a future quest, so you don't actually miss out anything apart from doing this quest and getting the crappy reward, so... Either way, Frontier Justice. I do not believe that this quest is very difficult or very long, so we should be able to finish this relatively quickly and get on to the final quest, which is fairly long and potentially quite difficult, because we'll be fighting 4 Spirit Lord type enemies. These Spirit Lord type enemies being the giant birds that cast Curse on the first turn and periodically shoot grenades from the heavens. Although I do not believe these shoot grenades from the heavens, they just do everything else. Anyway, the place we desire to go happens to be over here. Now this is a place I do not believe you would generally be able to get to for quite some time unless you do this quest. We do not have a map, obviously. And actually, to make sure we are going the right way, I actually need to figure out where we are. Which, there it is. Apparently takes a while. Because we are in a different place. I think. I believe we're in a different place than where I think we actually are. No, wait, no, yeah, I know how to get there now. Alright, we're good. I know where we're going, kind of. I think. If it works anyway. If it doesn't, then I have no idea where we're going. We're just gonna have to kind of wing it until we get there. And preferably, I don't know what's going on with that enemy, preferably avoid fights if possible. So we're gonna go ahead and get on this and head down. There's actually multiple entrances and exits and all sorts of stuff going on in this zone. It's actually a fairly large zone. It actually has large in the name, conveniently enough, but it's a fairly large zone. It's full of very powerful monsters like that one. I believe those are the same strength as the other part of the mine, so be very careful down here, especially if you are not powerful. Because those enemies, even just tagging one of those enemies at a time is extraordinary risk to your life. But we need to be over here, give or take. Ah, there we are. Hello, we're here. Hooray. I don't know how she got down here and why she's just standing there, but whatever. It's almost as if he's telling his life story, but in third person. That's what you think, my friend. Now, there's an important thing that happens in this cutscene. Look at the weapon he's holding. you might realize that that appears to be a sword, short sword, or some sort of dagger type of weapon. When we actually get into battle here, whenever it feels like loading, where's he at? There he is. He no longer has that weapon. In fact, he has an entirely different type of weapon. He actually has a staff now. I do not know why, but he does. Anyway, we're going to be trying to wipe out as many of the additional adversaries as possible before we get into combat with him, if possible anyway. We might get intercepted here. We didn't, at least so far. These enemies are not difficult, but they add a little bit of extra damage. You know how this works. We clipped one of the other unions, which is actually really good. And Ophelia has interfered the foe. So we don't have to worry about him deadlocking one of our better unions, and we're getting tons of morale. We may actually end up facing the boss with, yep, full morale, which is going to help a lot. Can we get a counter? Nope. Sadly we got a flank, so no full morale anymore. And they got a crit too. We're still real high morale though. So we should do tons of damage to the boss when we get engaged with him. I would like to be at full morale so we can unload tons of like 100 AP salvos that do like 50,000 damage in a turn and may or may not kill him. You guys, go ahead and keep fighting that one. Everyone else go punch the boss in the face for me. He might multi-deadlock because he is a boss, but he's very tiny, so... Ooh, self-destruct. I don't like the sound of that. But, you know, because he's very tiny, it's possible we can just flank him real easy. This might hurt. Yeah... That doesn't even kill him! What? Yeah, you can flank him, fair enough. That didn't even kill them! What is this bollocks? It's called self-destruct. You don't just self-destruct, kill everything around you, and then have perfectly fine health afterwards. That's not how that works, mate. I don't know why I'm saying mate all the time, randomly.
Trying to be a tough guy?
But I am. At least we're getting lots of crit chains here, which I approve of. Because it allows stuff like that to happen, where we get a free reassess into a better ability. Well, she's gonna die, which sucks. I want you guys to finish off that group. In fact, just attack them. That'll kill them. Actually, no.
I hate these half-baked mutant punks.
Yeah, bring them back and then you guys finish off that group for me. She's gonna die, so hopefully they don't bring her back, because that would be kind of a waste. And I believe that does count as the boss's action because he was deadlocked, so I don't think he'll be able to actually do anything. And they did revive the correct target. Holy crap, they full revive. That's perfect. That is David, the glorious revival master. But anyway, I don't necessarily care about her being alive anymore, so we're just gonna fight this dude. At full morale with Ex Machina, that should do pretty good. Yeah, that did pretty good. He resists poisons. It doesn't matter, because Ex Machina at full morale basically killed him. There we go. We win!
I feel stronger than before!
So that was the easy of the two quests. The other one is a very, very prolonged fight. Bro, Nordis, how are you his bro? You're not even the same race. You live in the mines, or do you have to go through the mines to get home? How is it our fault? We're not the ones who left our peaceful town and went to an organization that was shady. It's not my fault. Mate? I'm just gonna add mate to the end of everything for no reason. The guest union has left, and then thankfully we'll be teleported out of here because I don't actually like walking around the mines. They're terrible places. The The blue elf for the Maiden's life. We know who that is, conveniently. Kill him! That's what we did to his friend? Oh, wait, no. What? We must forfeit the blue elf. And so she resigns and gives us her sword. Hooray! This sword is not like other swords, though. I think it shows up in here. It might not. There it is. Aha. It's not like other swords, you can't actually use it. It's a completely worthless item as far as I care. So, yay. We trade off being able to recruit people for a completely worthless item that nobody cares about. Anyway, before we wander off too far again, I'm going to check our consumables. We have plenty of herbs. I almost went back to the title screen like a dingle-dongle. We're gonna go ahead and head towards the final, whoa, the path that cursor just took. Go ahead and head towards the final side quest that we will be doing for this half of the game. Rejoice, etc., etc. The pub's over here. I always forget the pub is. I don't know why. Come into this place and expect the pub to be where the guild is, but no, that's where the guild is, not the pub. As you would expect, I suppose. Either way, before we talk to our friend here, we will quickly save. The reason this side quest is difficult is because of the way it's formatted and the enemies you fight. You have an initial 7 enemy unions, which are fairly easy to deal with, and then you get a reinforcement wave after you kill 4 unions of 2 additional Janna, which of course are easy, but 2 Glacia Laboras, which are giant birds that murder people. As you expect, that's bad. And then, once you kill, I think, all or most of those unions that are left alive at that point, you get an additional reinforcement of, 5 more Janna and 2 more Glacia Laboras. Which is a great, it's 2 words, mind you. It's a great, I like pronouncing that, it's great. It's what I'm trying to get at here. The biggest threat in this is not the mass amount of Janna, those are easy to deal with, it's the freaking Glacia. Those are dangerous. So everything is too far away. We are actually gonna target the furthest south one. That's D. Okay, we're gonna target D, have everyone close in that direction. You might notice in this fight, but it's just us. We don't have any additional guest unions with which to help us. It is the Silver Falcon's job that we're technically doing here, but for whatever reason, we don't have anyone to help us. Those guys are still too far away, they might not have even aggroed, so we'll go ahead and try and deal with these groups here. Not that we have much on the offensive front for this turn apparently, but they're just Janna, so it should be easy enough to deal with. Now, if we got hit, if each union got hit with 2 or 3 different Janna groups, then we'd be in a bit of a hassle because they do decent amounts of damage. They're not crazy because they don't generally have all that good of skills. They don't generally seem to have AoE attacks or anything like that that they can use against us, so they're generally easy to deal with. Especially when they miss, that makes it really easy. So that's 3 unions down, 1 more dead union, and they will get massive, terrible, death-filled reinforcements. So we want to kill as many unions as we can in this single turn. Which would optimally require the use of multiple or at least 1 caustic blast, because everything is right next to each other. So you You are not allowing David to cast... Not David, Rush. Caustic Blast, so... We'll just have you guys do that. You guys are stacked and ready to use stuff, but he doesn't want to use something like Gay Bolg yet for some reason. Oh, he'll use Gay Bolg on that, so... Do you want to do that? That'll kill all 4. I think we do. We'll go ahead and trigger that. So I don't know what I want these guys to attack, so we'll just have them attack something, because he's going to fire Gay Bolg immediately anyway. Which should kill everything on the field. I wish you could trigger this more frequently because it's an amazing ability, but, you know, if you could trigger it willy-nilly, I guess that would be a bit broken because it does things like this. Hooray! Everything's dead. Not only was everything overkilled, everything was lit on fire, and there's the enemies we have to be careful about. Ooh, they're already attacking us. They're not using Curse. They're using Dispirit, which is technically worse. Because it means this union's gonna die now. Oh no, they're still alive. Okay. The other bird has not acted, I do not believe. It cannot act, it's too far away. Perfect. So, the third wave of reinforcements will spawn once A through K are dead. So once all of this is dead, they'll spawn in. So what I would preferably like to do is get rid of these side groups of Jana here, if at all possible. Might not be possible for that one. I'm actually going to tell these guys to... I might tell them to break off. They're going to get raid locked though. If they get raid locked and then hit with this spirit, they're going to die. Just straight up. Let's tell them to hang in there and hope they don't die, rather than having them break off, heal, and then possibly get raid locked anyway. Oh, they just died. Alright, well. That sucks. And we got intercepted. That also sucks, because I don't think this... Yeah, this bird hasn't cast a spirit yet. Crap. This is not going good. Yeah, not going good at all. At least maybe we'll be able to get... Yeah, we'll be able to get this union out of the way, at the cost of some damage, sadly, but... Please? Thank you. We've got one bird free, one Jana group. Gonna kill them, apparently. Yep, they're dead. We have one group left. God. Dang it, that's bad. There's the second Manuel. These guys are actually off sync, which is a bit weird. And we got raid locked, which means they're not reviving and they're dead because acid breath. Well, that was a bad start. Oh, they're not dead yet. Either way, they're not reviving because they got raid locked. So it doesn't matter what they're doing. What they do, they're going to get hit by two birds and a group of Jana. And if they survive that, I'd be surprised. Because we're going to have no morale. Yep. They survived. Not that it matters, but they did survive. Freaking interception on that turn. Well, we may be able to pull it around, but the fact that we have no morale is going to hamper our ability to do literally anything, most notably surviving. Especially when you cast White Breath with a raid lock buff. Only hit one person, thankfully. But the other bird has yet to act, and it may also cast White Breath with apparently, oh no, Acid Breath, even better, with a flank attack. Hit nobody, hooray! The joys of broken AoEs. Now what are these dingle-dongles gonna do? Basically nothing. Alright, you guys are deadlocked. Can you keep your HP up? Keep your HP up for me. You guys kill that group, and then we'll try and bring back the other group on the next turn. One of these birds needs to die, and these things have a lot of health. If one of these birds doesn't die, we're gonna be perpetually screwed on the morale and the health front. This is gonna hit multiple people.
You require assistance.
That Union might die, which will put us back to where we started. It's dead. RIP Union. I swear to God, this fight. It's the birds. The birds are too strong. Please kill this group. Please kill. Thank you. At least we don't have negative morale anymore. Can you guys not revive? We can't possibly be out of items, can we? We can't be that low already. We had enough for like 10 casts of Vivification. We're gonna get ruined by this White Breath, by the way, because we have people way too close to that boss. That enemy, not that boss. We're dead! Hooray! That was a good fight. We managed to hold on to scraps of life for quite a while there, but apparently this Union can't revive or something. They're not dead yet. God dang it! I can't retry the fight until you die, you imbeciles. Yeah, they can't revive. We're just gonna have them attack, it doesn't matter. If they can't revive, then it literally is irrelevant. You could have just attacked him. I guess the AoE is the safer option, but the AI doesn't care. Just uses whatever it feels like. So we died, hooray. Now we get to retry that fight. To investigate something real quick. Do you lot not have a person capable of reviving? You do not. Does anyone else have multiple people capable of reviving? You do. So Oaks can revive.
Checking my stats, huh?
I am checking your stats,
I am
yes.
Emma Honeywell the second.
So 2 people can revive in both of the other unions. Let's do a union character swap here.
I shall strive to do my
Oaks
best.
that we need to do something with, so we'll cancel him out for a second. Who do we want to replace him with, though, is the question. So you're good, you're alright, you're pretty good, you're good. I think we'll replace this first guy with him, because he seems fairly worthless. What was his name? I've already forgotten the dude's name. Oaks, was it? Yes, it was Oaks. Then we'll put somebody here, I don't know, who would be good? Veronica, are you good? You're pretty good. Nora is alright. Oh no, both of them are already in the party, that's right. That's why they're so good, because they're already in the group. Herpter. Put K-Bed in here. That guy's got such a ridiculous weapon. His skills are garbage.
Have you never laid eyes on a Subani?
We'll put you in here, sure. That's still in the Era of Athlon 1, whatever. They have ridiculous health compared to Oaks' friends. Oaks' is not correct. Your programming is awful. Either way, now all 3 unions can revive. So we shouldn't have that problem where one of the unions is left and can't get the other ones back up. We've already seen this. I'm ready to help you. Do not care. We're going to do the same tactic where we go west to avoid the northern enemies. And hopefully gable them all down again. Excuse me. So D? Yes, 'twas D. 'Tis still D. We could AoE attacks from far. Might straight up kill that union. Which could be useful, could also be bad, because it could mean one of the friendly unions doesn't march over there.
Get ready.
That was a weird sound. Please kill them, that'd be great. It did! Cool. So it cuts down one of the unions, and that one's still march. Cool. Although, there's only 2 unions over here, so I guess that...
The time is now to victory!
Did someone just yell ready to kick ass? That doesn't really help us because, now we just have an odd union out that's not going to be able to attack one of these 2. I managed to get it, and I blacked him out, which isn't very helpful, but I managed to push the button correctly. And paralyzed gas might just straight up kill them. Yep. It also paralyzed them. If we can paralyze both of the birds, that's great, but they purge status ailments every turn, I think. So, long-term helpfulness, not very much, but, you know, if we can get it off at the start of a turn, that's pretty good. Also, if everyone cannot die immediately when the birds show up, that would probably help tremendously. We are, by the way, slightly below battle rank on those birds, I'm pretty sure. Those birds go all the way up to like 100-something battle rank. In fact, I think they may go up to 200-something battle rank. I'm not sure, but they have ridiculous skills that go really high. It's just one dude. Do we really need to use such high skills on him? I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna try and kill as many as I can without using a lot of AP, if possible. Save as much AP as we can for the opening salvo against those birds, because apparently they don't seem to use curse. Oh, good. Waste more time by healing. That's exactly what I wanted. Didn't actually waste more time, but whatever. There's the reinforcements. All of their bollocks included.
Really now, size isn't everything.
Don't... Oh my god. What?
They want a battle, huh?
This is bollocks. Why does self-destruct not self-destruct? It killed 2 of my unions at no cost. This one's gonna probably die, by the way. That's bollocks. That just doesn't matter. Oh, we got another one apparently. Oh good, blacked him out. Great, that'll save you from the 8 billion enemies around you. I can't believe that's a skill. That kills everything in a huge AoE array. It just kills them at no cost. Absolutely no cost. Bollocks. And I can tell him to bring him back, but I don't. It's not gonna do any good. Unless they bring back David and he pops up and does a freaking gay bold, we're probably screwed. Look at all of the enemies. If we could get a caustic blast off in here, that would be amazing. However, we're surrounded by a billion things, so that's incredibly unlikely, especially since that's my turn. Now we get to watch all of the enemies kill us. Also, that union's probably dead.
You okay?
Not quite. Now it is.
But not ready yet.
This fight sucks. Mostly because of bollocks. Like self-destruct. Who thought that was a good skill? If it killed the enemy union too, I suppose that would be alright, but it doesn't. It does drop their health to 0, but that doesn't help when everyone else is dead. I'm salty, can you tell? This... Hi, hello, yes, I'll lend you a hand, yeah, I'm ready, let's go, woo! There's probably gonna be some editing involved. In fact, screw it, I'll see you guys when we have a decent situation going on with the giant birds of doom and aren't being killed by suicide tactics. Oh, right. At great cost to my time, sanity, and including some involuntary swearing, we have gotten to the point where we're down to 1 bird on this reinforcement wave. There's another reinforcement wave with 2 birds. David did not fire Gay Bolg this time. He appears to want to fire Ex Machina for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. Yeah, he wants to fire Ex Machina. Whatever. Try to save some AP. I would like to start the next round with Gabold, but the game is probably unlikely to give that to me, and we will probably all die on the next round, thereby nullifying the sanity loss inducing bollocks that I went through to get to just this point, which isn't even really that good of a point. Either way, here we are. Oh good, they're dead. Well, poop. I guess these guys will revive them, but even then, that sucks because it dropped the morale a little bit more. We actually had max morale at one point. Not too long ago, it was like 3 turns ago we had max morale. Now we don't. In fact, we're quite far from it. Either way, you know, this bird should die without too much more hassle, he says, having no idea. Ex Machina might kill it, I don't know. We're not high morale, but hey. It did. Hooray! And there's the final wave of reinforcements, which includes a billion things and 2 more birds. And we're just gonna stay on our toes. We're not moving. They can come to us, and I'm pretty sure every single one of them will do that. If we could get Gabold, this fight would be over. It would make me so happy to get Gabold. It won't do it. It won't give me that. It won't let me fire this stupid thing. I had the option to fire it earlier. However, he got intercepted, and the unit he got intercepted by died before his action came up, so he didn't shoot, which is stupid, but whatever. It wasn't too much of a hassle. Now, if he shot now, it would kill all of the Janna, and it might... Actually, it probably won't kill the Glacia giant bird things. It'll greatly wound them. Ooh, he wants to do a thing. Also, oh my god, look at this mess. So there's 1 bird there, 1 bird there. They're doing a flank maneuver on us here. You guys go crazy on that bird. You guys use Blackout. I don't want you... Well, actually, is Blackout better than Gabold? I don't know, actually. What I do know is that Gabold at least is huge AoE. I don't know what the AoE on Blackout is. In fact, I'm actually gonna check. Whoa, camera. Apologies for that. Let's see if Google has anything to say about Gabold. Something Blackout. Yeah, Blackout. Apologies for the sudden stop here, but I actually want to know. It looks like Blackout does more damage. Apologies for the camera, it does that when I move the mouse. Looks like Blackout does more damage. I don't know what the AoE on it is, though. Let's use Blackout, why not? We got it. They might get intercepted and screw up, and he might not use Blackout at all, by the way. Which would kind of ruin this, because if he doesn't use something that kills a lot of these people, we're screwed. That paralysis would have been good earlier, but whatever. They purge it. I've mentioned this before, they purge at the end of the turn. Oh, good. We're not using Blackout. Me. Why? Why? We're screwed. Because he didn't use Blackout, we're screwed. That's so stupid. And he's gonna use Dispirit, which sucks. They use it constantly, which drains morale like no one's business, but that's... Why is that a thing? Why would he stop using it? I understand being raid locked, caught off guard, but try to use it still, jeez. And because he's deadlocked, he probably won't use anything next turn. I'm so salty. Well, at least that union's dead. That would have killed all of the Janna. I don't know how big the AoE is, but it should have killed all the Janna with Blackout. And at about 50,000 damage, it would have put quite a dent in the birds. Even if I did Gabolg, though, he probably still would have been interfered. And we have no morale now. And that is that their end? That's the end of their turn. Yeah, he won't use it because he's deadlocked. It's the stupidest thing. Someone else is deadlocked with that, I don't care. I think someone else, yeah, someone else is deadlocked with that. No, I don't want you to hurry and heal them. I want you to heal yourself. I guess maybe they don't need to heal. Because of that, we're probably gonna lose. That's so stupid. If we lose this, I'm just gonna go break something, and then I'm probably just gonna do the fight on my own and come back when we actually win, if we win. Because that not using Blackout has cost us the fight. It might not look like it right now, but I'm pretty sure unless we get crazy lucky, it's not going to be possible for us to heal through the damage that'll be coming into us. We're putting a ton of damage on that Glacia for what that's worth. Wish that killed them, but oh well. We should reassess the heal anyway, yeah. I like the question mark at the end there. What are you gonna do? She's gonna reassess. She's probably gonna learn something there, but everything died, so whatever. The biggest problem is we're gonna be taking lots of flank damage, and also our morale is constantly gonna be dropping. So it's gonna be really difficult. Ow. Let's punch my desk and raw anger. It's gonna be real difficult to keep our health up enough to live. What are you guys doing? Oh, don't do that! At least it's a revitalize and not something better, but still, don't do that. I need to kill that, not for you to heal that. We have a Caustic Blast. There we go. Ooh, another Caustic Blast. You guys need to heal. They might die. They might also die, which would make this very unfortunate. But if we can get this Caustic Blast off, 2 Caustic Blasts off, we might be alright here. Although hitting these birds with Caustic Blast usually only just hits the bird. Yeah. Bird is too fat, takes all of the blast. We do have Rush's group. Silence won't do bollocks. We do have Rush's group with a Caustic Blast coming up as well. Mayhaps they might be able to do something. Oh no, wait, I just noticed Acid Breath. No, help, pain, pain-inducing breath. Save me, Lord. Well, we're alive. Not very much alive, but we are. The freaking restore on that guy. Where's my Caustic Blast game? Oh, here we go. And of course, it's the one that's now really far away from everyone else when it wasn't really far away from everyone else earlier. I purposefully hit the wrong button there, but it looks like it's not going to matter. So we don't get our Caustic Blast. And instead, they're going to heal that bird again. Stop doing that. The entire victory condition relies on those birds not existing. Also, us getting Caustic Blast off at some point this century, or an AoE of any freaking description. Like Blackout would have been nice. Do that for me. Try and keep your HP up. Try and keep your HP up. The ones in deadlock with the bird need to heal every turn. Unless they get lucky and the bird doesn't attack and they block or dodge it or something. They need to heal every turn, or they're going to die. Even sometimes they'll die anyway. So this is what I ended up doing. They might die anyway, actually. No?
Not bad.
That would be right. This is what I end up doing with the first two birds, is I had one union deadlock each bird and just have them constantly healing. And the other union try and clean up stuff. It would be great if David's union was the one that wasn't deadlocked, so I'd like to swap them out. Because he is the union that is capable of doing stuff like a Gabolg when he's not in deadlock. You dodge that. Oh, wait, no. There's David right there. No, okay, I keep thinking David's right there. Oh, it's Rush that's right there. Oh no, David is right there. Stop healing the bird, you piece of garbage. Is that bird gaining health? Don't buff the bird. The bird doesn't need your help. Go away. I guess just do that. Hang in there. Keep your HP up. You've caught onto the pattern. If one of the groups that's in deadlock dies, we can have the third one revive them once the riff-raff is dealt with. But until the riff-raff is dealt with, these guys need to live or we're gonna have some bad times. He dodged the first swing. I hate when they do that. You can dodge the first swing in a crit, but not the second swing. Or the fourth swing, or however many swings it takes until you crit. I can't tell if that bird's actually losing health. I think it's just been neutral for ages now. And looks like we should be able to kill these guys without taking any damage. There we go. Hooray! Progress is being made, and I am still salty, but slightly less so. Just do that for me. Actually, is that the one David's on? Yes. I'm gonna tell them to run over there, keep their HP up. You guys keep your HP up. You guys apparently don't want to heal? Have we run out of items that we can't use item arts anymore? They're silenced, so that could be it. So we can bum rush that bird down. I'm having another union come in where David's group is fighting. So we can hopefully break David off, although at this point it's kind of irrelevant because we've been fighting for so long. The birds are almost dead. So are we, mind you. How is that not hitting the other unions? They're right there. They're all up in this bird's grill. This bird's dead, I think. The Glacia Labolus 1. Actually, this will technically be the third one we're gonna kill here. Hooray! Only one more enemy remains between me and my Pyrrhic victory. It's gonna cast Gandiva, which is actually the skill I wish it would use more often. Because it does, like, no damage. Also, I wish Resonance Edge came up more often, because it does stuff like that. Alright, bird is almost dead, and Blocker's gonna come in and just murder it. Keep your HP up, give it all you've got, whatever, this thing's dead. It would have to do something amazing this turn to not die, and I don't think it's capable of that because it doesn't have stuff like, Miracle or whatever that ability's called. We won! I'm still incredibly salty about that battle.
I hope I've grown stronger than before.
For the glory of Earthlum.
He just
This
learned
is
Restore
just the
2.
beginning.
That should tell you how hard the fight is, considering how much crap we learned there. But still, that fight, it's bollocks. You're gonna take all 30 of those. It's bollocks. Whole fight. All of it's bollocks. Everyone's getting stuff though, so I'm happy about that at least. Alright. Let's move on and never speak of this again until we get to the next fight. That makes me salty, and then I'll complain about that constantly. Hooray, we get a premier bracelet and some mun-muns to replace all of the items we've now used in that fight, because trust me, it was a lot of them. So there we go. That is, as far as I'm aware, all of the side quests available in the first part of the game. There's a lot of them, you might have noticed. Let's check my inventory. Oh my god, we only had 4 of them left. I told you we burned through a lot of those in that fight. We only had 4 left. We could only revive them 1 more time. We were so very close to being horribly screwed. So that was the thing. Let's never speak of that again and move on. Yeah, sure. I mean, you just gave it to me, but I guess you can have it back. He's a bit picky, is that guy? So, that's it. There you go. Game's over. Thanks for now. It's not over. It's just the first half of the game. Dear Lord, what have I done? Why have I decided to do the side quests? I don't know, because that's only half of them. Anyway, thanks for watching. Next time, we will finish up this the first half of the game and get started with the second half, whereby all of the side quests will then reopen. Hooray! Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.